She still remembers the last time she looked into his eyes. Not because she wanted to, but because she had to remind herself what it felt like to love someone who never truly saw her. There was a storm inside her that day, but outside she was calm, heartbreak wrapped in silence. She didn't scream. She didn't beg. She simply stood there as he walked away. He didn't even look back. She waited ... just for a second, hoping maybe he'd turn around, hoping maybe he'd say it was a mistake. But he didn't. He walked away like she was just another chapter he was done reading ... and that's when she knew. He was never hers. Not really. She spent the next few days replaying every conversation, every "I love you" he had said. Were they lies? Or had he meant them only for a moment? She cried at night, not because he left, but because she stayed. Stayed long after her heart knew it was over. Stayed when all the signs were screaming, "Let go." But then, slowly, she changed. Pain has a strange way of transforming people. She stopped checking her phone. She stopped waiting for apologies. She started waking up early, going for walks, listening to the sound of her own breath, the only constant she had. Left ... she found beauty in the ordinary, in her own company. In silence ... it took time, but she built herself again ... brick by brick, tear by tear. Lesson by lesson ... she became the kind of woman who didn't need anyone to save her. Because she saved herself, and just when the past had almost become a memory. He came back ... it was a rainy evening. The kind of rain that makes you feel things you thought you buried. There was a knock at the door. She opened it, and there he was ... different ... not the same boy who left without a word. This time he looked empty ... his eyes were tired. His shoulders drooped with the weight of regret. He looked like someone who had searched the world and found nothing. He tried to smile, but failed. He opened his mouth to speak, but words betrayed him. I thought about you every day, he whispered. She said nothing. I made a mistake, he continued. I thought the grass was greener, but it was fake. No one ever loved me like you did. She looked at him, not with anger, not with longing, but with peace ... and in that silence. He broke down. I'm not asking for a second chance. I know I don't deserve it. I just needed you to know I'm sorry. She took a breath, not because she needed strength, but because she wanted to remember this moment, the moment when she finally got everything she once prayed for. And no longer needed it ... her voice was soft, but steady. I forgave you a long time ago, she said. But I also forgave myself for waiting, for hurting, for thinking love meant losing myself. He lowered his gaze, and she smiled. Not at him, but for herself, because healing isn't about forgetting the pain. It's about learning to grow through it. She had loved him deeply, but she had learned something even deeper, how to love herself more. And that was the real ending. He walked away again that night, but this time she didn't watch him go. She didn't hope he'd return. She closed the door and made herself a cup of tea, sat by the window, listened to the rain, and felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. Peace.